Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hiding within corporate filings and try to figure out if companies are really living up to their hype. Today we are diving into a report from Orchestra BioMed Holdings, Incorporated. It looks like they're making some pretty important decisions about how they pay their top brass. And we're going to break down exactly what that means for their future. Before we dive in, if you enjoy getting these unfiltered insights directly from the source, make sure you are subscribed. Also, we have a growing community on Discord where we discuss these filings in real time, and you can find the link to join in the description below. So on the 12th of February 2026, the board of directors for Orchestra BioMed Holdings Incorporated, which we'll call the company from now on, got together to approve a new cash bonus plan for all their top executives. This plan is designed to set annual goals with some checkpoints in the middle of the year. What is interesting here is that executives could get up to 25% of their bonus paid out as early as the third quarter of 2026, based on how well they hit those mid-year performance targets. This is a way to keep them motivated throughout the year. The compensation committee can also adjust the full year goals if unexpected things happen that make them impossible to reach. But the bulk of the bonus, up to 75%, will be paid in the first quarter of 2027, based on how the whole year shakes out. And they've even included some stretch goals, meaning if they really knock it out of the park, there is potential for even more money. Now, what are these big goals? Well, they're tied to advancing the company's studies. Specifically, they're looking at hitting certain enrollment numbers for their Backbeat Global Pivotal Study. This is a study related to bradycardia, which is a slow heart rate, and it involves managing blood pressure. They also have goals tied to their Virtue Sirolimus Angioinfusion Balloon, or Virtue SAB, which is a device used to treat blocked arteries. Finally, there are general financial and operating targets they need to meet. These stretch goals sound pretty ambitious, touching on things like getting even more people into those studies, expanding partnerships, and hitting some tough financial and operational numbers. For some of the top executives, like Messrs. Hochman and Sherman, their entire 2026 bonus is linked to achieving these specific goals and stretch goals. For Mr. Taylor, the CFO, his bonus is also tied to these company-wide goals, but it has an extra layer. It will be influenced by his individual performance in areas like financial management, strategy, and reporting, up to 45% more or down to zero depending on how he performs. Beyond cash bonuses, the board also updated how restricted stock units or RSUs will vest. These are basically shares of the company that executives earn over time. Now these RS will vest over 3 years, with 25% becoming theirs at 18 months, another 25% at 24 months, then at 30 months, and finally the last 25% at 36 months. This is a pretty standard way to tie long-term compensation to staying with the company. Now, let's talk about direct compensation adjustments. On the same day, the board also approved some changes for the CEO, Mr. Hochman, and the president and COO, Mr. Sherman. Mr. Hochman is getting a 4% increase in his base salary. Mr. Sherman, on the other hand, is getting a 10% bump in his base salary. On top of that, his target bonus percentage for 2026 is increasing from 80% to 90% of his base salary. Mr. Hochman's bonus target is also going up from 80% to 100% of his base salary. So for the CEO, if he hits all his targets, he could now potentially earn an extra 20% in bonus compensation compared to before. And the report is signed by Andrew Taylor, the Chief Financial Officer, on the 13th of February 2026. So, what is the story here? Orchestra BioMed Holdings Incorporated is clearly focused on performance and aligning their executive compensation with the successful advancement of their key clinical programs. The shift towards a more performance-based bonus structure with mid-year checkpoints and stretch goals signals a desire for accountability and a strong push to achieve significant milestones. Increasing the bonus targets for the top executives, especially the CEO, suggests the board has high expectations for the upcoming year and is willing to reward significant achievements. The revised RSU vesting schedule also aims to retain key talent by spreading out their equity awards over a longer period. Looking at this in the context of a biotech company, hitting your clinical trial enrollment targets and advancing pivotal studies are absolutely critical. These are the gatekeepers to future revenue and the very existence of the company. The fact that the executive compensation is so directly tied to these specific scientific and operational goals is a good sign. It means the leadership is looking at the same metrics that will determine the company's ultimate success or failure. A potential risk or opportunity here lies in the ambitious nature of these stretch goals. If they are truly difficult to achieve, it could lead to a situation where executives are highly motivated, but the targets are set so high that they become demotivating if not met. On the flip side, if they are achievable with a hard push, it could lead to exceptional results for the company. The adjustments to base salaries and bonus targets seem to reflect confidence from the board in the company's future prospects and a desire to ensure their top talent is well compensated for driving that growth, particularly for the CEO who now has a direct path to a full 100% of his salary as a bonus target. Orchestra BioMed Holdings, Incorporated appears to be making strategic moves to accelerate its development pipeline and hold its leadership accountable. The focus on tying compensation to tangible progress in their studies and financial performance is a solid strategy. We'll be keeping a close eye on how they perform against these newly established goals. Alright, that is our breakdown of Orchestra BioMed Holdings, Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on these compensation changes and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments below if you found this analysis valuable. Hitting that like button really helps us out. And remember to subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings, and don't forget to check out our Discord community in the description for more real-time discussions. Thanks for watching, and see you next time on Corporate Decoder.